Have you ever stopped to wonder why some people who started with nothing somehow climbed their way into millionaire status, and they didn't do it by working a 9 to 5? Let me tell you a secret. Behind every wealthy person you see today, there's often a side hustle. Something small they started on the side, something so hidden that most people wouldn't even take it seriously at first. Yet, those little side projects went on to build empires. And here's the twist. These weren't always glamorous businesses. Some of them started with things so ordinary, you'd probably laugh if someone told you they could make millions from it. But that's the beauty of side hustles. They prove that opportunities are everywhere, and sometimes the smallest, strangest idea can turn into a goldmine. But here's where it gets real. Most people ignore side hustles. They tell themselves they're too tired after work, or it's too risky, or they'll start someday. And while they keep waiting, others are building financial freedom right under their noses. In this video, we're diving deep into the secret side hustles that quietly made millionaires. Some of these stories will shock you, some will inspire you, and all of them will challenge you to rethink the way you see money, work, and opportunity. Before we dive in, let me ask you, have you subscribed yet? If you have, thank you. You're part of this growing community of dreamers and doers. If you haven't, pause for a moment and think about it. Subscribing means you're saying yes to learning new ways to break free from the system, yes to chasing financial freedom, and yes to joining a tribe of people who believe in building wealth on their own terms. So hit that button now, and let's begin this journey. Because by the end of this video, you might just discover the side hustle that could change your life forever. Chapter 1. The Power of the Hidden Hustle. Let's start with something simple. The idea that wealth is built in the shadows first. You see, most millionaires didn't strike gold with their main career. Their jobs kept the lights on, but their side hustles built the fortune. Take the story of Sarah Blakely, the woman who started Spanx. She wasn't born into money, and she didn't quit her day job to chase a dream. Instead, she sold fax machines door to door. Yes, those clunky things we barely use anymore. But on the side, she was working on a crazy idea. Cutting the feet off pantyhose to make them look better under clothes. People laughed. But her little experiment turned her into a billionaire. Now here's the kicker. Most side hustles don't look like million-dollar ideas at the beginning. They look weird, small, and maybe even embarrassing. But that's why they're powerful, because the people who stick with them, even when no one else sees the vision, are the ones who win big. So here's my question to you. What small idea have you been ignoring because it looks too ordinary or silly? Could that be your golden ticket? Chapter 2. The Digital Gold Rush. The internet has created a new wave of secret side hustles, and some of them are unbelievably profitable. Think about YouTubers, bloggers, and online course creators. 10 years ago, nobody thought making videos in your bedroom or writing blog posts could pay the bills. Now, we have millionaires who literally turned hobbies into empires. Take Mr. Beast, for example. He started with videos that barely got views, yet he treated it like a side hustle and kept experimenting. Fast forward, and he's built a global media empire worth hundreds of millions. But it's not just YouTube. People are flipping digital products on Etsy, building small Shopify stores, running niche TikTok accounts, or even reselling AI-generated art. These are side hustles that didn't exist a decade ago, and now they're quietly minting millionaires. Here's the thought that should shake you. What opportunities are sitting online today that most people are laughing at, but in 5 years, they'll be kicking themselves for ignoring? Chapter 3. Turning Skills into Fortune. Some millionaires didn't create products, they simply turned their skills into side hustles. Take tutoring, freelance design, coding, or consulting. At first, it was just extra cash. But here's where it gets interesting. Those side hustles often turn into agencies or companies. A graphic designer who freelances at night could one day build a full creative studio. A personal trainer who takes clients on weekends could launch an online fitness program with thousands of subscribers. This is why millionaires think differently. They don't just see a side hustle as a side hustle. They see it as a seed. Something that, if watered with consistency, can grow into a forest. So I'll ask you this. What's one skill you have that others would gladly pay for? Are you sitting on untapped wealth? Chapter 4. The Strange and Unusual $1,000,000 Hustles. Now, let's step into the world of the unexpected, the kind of side hustles that sound so ridiculous at first, you'd probably laugh them off. But then later, you realize, wow, this person actually became a millionaire doing that? Sometimes, fortune hides in the weirdest corners of life. And the people who dared to see value where others saw nonsense, they walked away with bank accounts most of us only dream of. Take Gary Dahl, for example. Back in the 1970s, he came up with a completely absurd idea. Pet rocks. Literally, rocks. He packaged ordinary stones in boxes with breathing holes, sold them as low-maintenance pets, and marketed them as the perfect companion for people who didn't want the hassle of feeding, walking, or cleaning up after an animal. It was meant to be a joke, but the world didn't take it as one. Within 6 months, he sold over 1,000,000 pet rocks and became a millionaire. From rocks. Then, there's the story of Alex too, a broke student in the UK. He needed money for college, so he launched a website called the $1,000,000 Homepage. It was just a blank page divided into 1,000,000 pixels, where advertisers could buy each pixel for $1. People thought it was the dumbest idea ever. But guess what? He sold every single pixel and made exactly $1,000,000. That's the kind of outside-the-box thinking that turns a silly idea into a money-printing machine. And let's not forget the toy craze era, fidget spinners. One year, nobody knew what they were. The next year, kids everywhere were spinning them in classrooms, playgrounds, and even at dinner tables. The entrepreneurs who jumped on that trend early made millions, riding a wave that lasted only a short time but created lifetime wealth for them. Here's the lesson. Many millionaire side hustles are born out of ideas that don't make sense to most people at first. That's why they work, because everyone else ignores them. Now ask yourself, how many times have you had a weird idea but dismissed it because you thought people would laugh? What if you're sitting on your own pet rock moment? Here's what you need to remember. The market doesn't care how normal or serious an idea looks. The market cares about demand, attention, and emotion. If something captures people's imagination, entertains them, or solves a tiny problem in a funny way, it can explode into a $1,000,000 business. So instead of judging your own ideas as too strange, maybe the strangest one is the one you need to pursue. Because in business, being weird is often the fastest way to stand out. Chapter 5. The Millionaire Mindset of Side Hustlers. At this point, you might be thinking, okay, I get it, side hustles can make you rich. But what's the real secret behind the people who actually succeed at them? The answer? It's not the hustle itself, it's the mindset. Here's the difference. Ordinary people treat side hustles like extra cash. Millionaires treat them like experiments, stepping stones, and potential empires. Let's break it down. Most people will say, I tried selling online, but it didn't work, so I gave up. A millionaire will say, that idea failed, but now I know what doesn't work. What's my next move? See the difference? Failure doesn't stop them, it fuels them. Think of Thomas Edison, who famously said he didn't fail 1,000 times while creating the light bulb. He just found 1,000 ways that didn't work. That's the mindset of a hustler. Every flop is feedback. Every rejection is redirection. Another mindset trait? Patience. Millionaire side hustlers understand that building wealth is like planting seeds. You don't see results instantly. But if you water those seeds consistently, with time, energy, and creativity, eventually, you'll grow a forest. For example, J.K. Rowling didn't become a billionaire author overnight. She wrote Harry Potter while struggling as a single mother, facing rejection after rejection from publishers. That was her side hustle, writing stories. But because she persisted, her hustle grew into one of the most successful franchises in history. The millionaire side hustler also has something most people don't: courage to look foolish. Imagine being the first person to tell people, "I'm selling rocks as pets." People probably laughed in Gary Doll's face, until he made millions. Courage to be laughed at is often the price of success. And finally, let's talk about vision. Millionaires see beyond the small start. When they earn $100 from a hustle, they don't think, "Cool, some pocket money." They think, "What if I scale this? What if I reinvest? What if this becomes $10, $000, $100, $000, a million?" That vision turns side hustles into empires. So let me ask you directly, what's your mindset around side hustles? Do you see them as quick cash, or do you see them as the foundation of freedom? Are you willing to fail, to look silly, and to keep going until you win? Because here's the truth, the idea is only 10% of success. The mindset is the other 90%. And that's why some people turn a hobby into a fortune, while others quit before they even begin. Conclusion. So, let's bring it home. We've talked about the side hustles that made millionaires, the hidden little projects, the digital empires, the skill-based hustles, the strange and unusual ideas, and the mindset that fuels it all. But here's the truth I want you to walk away with. The difference between the people who stay stuck and the people who rise to millionaire status isn't intelligence, luck, or even timing. It's courage. Courage to start small. Courage to look silly. Courage to keep going when nobody claps for you. So my challenge to you is this: what's the one side hustle you're going to start today? Not tomorrow. Not next month. Today. Because here's the reality: if you don't, someone else will. And 5 years from now, you'll be watching their success story instead of living yours. If you made it this far, thank you. You're clearly serious about your future. So if you haven't subscribed yet, let me ask you, why not? Every week, we're uncovering truths, stories, and strategies that can help you build wealth, freedom, and impact. If you're ready to take that journey, subscribe now. To everyone who already has, thank you for being part of this movement. Remember this: dream boldly, act fearlessly, and let your vision outlive you. I appreciate you for staying till the very end. And trust me, the next video is going to blow your mind even further. So don't just watch, take action. Because your millionaire story could start today.